Hey there, Chris here, and today we're taking a look at the Hobonichi Weeks. This version of Hobonichi is in Japanese, just so you know, but it doesn't hinder the actual usage of the notebook itself. It's the numerical and written dates are in English as well, so these are actually really practical and nice sized Hobonichi to be using for this next year. The notebook itself is kind of a traditional size. It's about 7.5 by 3.5 inches. Doesn't really fit into your normal categories. And then it comes in two different sizes. Here we have the regular weeks, and then this is what's called the mega weeks. And the only difference is, as we'll see at the back of the notebook, there is, in the regular weeks, about 70 pages of just blank kind of memo pages that you can use. And the mega weeks, that's 210 pages. 3 times as many. And so basically with the mega, if you feel like that you're going to be taking a lot of notes with it, jotting a lot of things down, this is the one you want to get if you're going to be using it traditionally as just a planner and probably have a supplementary notebook that you're going to be used for notes or quick list items, then the regular weeks is going to be best. So we'll take a look at the mega weeks here. Every year they come out with new covers for the weeks. This is going to be one of this year's cover options. They come in a variety of different materials. This one's going to be a really nice kind of linen cover. They are stitch bound and minimal branding, just as the year on the front and the spine, and that's it. It's really a nice, classy notebook. Fairly sturdy, but still kind of flexible. You can beat these up throughout the year and they're going to survive no problem. So as we open it up here, we're introduced to the front. This is going to be kind of an off-white cream Tomoe River paper. And in the front here, we're welcomed with yearly outlooks, both for the current year and then the previous and the next year. So here we have what year it is last year and then the following year. Kind of nice, gets you an idea of where we're at. And then this feature, actually I find myself using a lot. It's a whole yearly outlook on these 2 pages, which is really cool. We have, as you can see up here, the months, and then you got the whole dates listed down the side here. As you can see, it is in Japanese, the characters for the days, but it really doesn't matter because the numerical value is still there, so it's no problem. But if you're planning a trip, if you have big life events happening, you can block them in here, and that way you can just turn to this page and know, oh no, I'm booked for this time during this month. So we have that yearly outlook, and then we have a more traditional kind of monthly layout here. This monthly layout starts with December of the previous year and then goes through a few months of the following year. But as you can see, fairly traditional layout, Monday through Sunday. Sundays are going to be in red, which is just kind of a visual cue for that time frame. And then we do have some extra room around the calendar itself. You can jot down some notes or some check boxes here if you have some larger term goals you need to get done. Just a nice way to quickly reference everything that's happening. So once we get through those monthly outlooks, we are greeted to the reason this is called the weeks. And like I said, this is going to start November of the previous year. It's going to have a few weeks there, and then we'll get to the current year. And the format of this is really practical. You're given the entire weekly outlook on the left-hand side. It's going to start Monday through Sunday. Sunday is going to be in red. You can have the day, the moon phase, the day written in English, and then the Japanese symbol for that day. And then, unfortunately, we do have the Japanese quote down at the bottom. It's going to be a little hard to read this, but at the same time, this handy little calendar on the bottom right side is going to be easy to read. On the other side of the page, we're going to have a gridded 3.5 millimeter kind of layout for you to plan anything that doesn't fit on the left-hand side. And this left-hand side is kind of very subtly broken up into 3 sections here by these dots. And so you can kind of plan out your day, morning, afternoon, and night, or however you'd wish. Usually if I fill up one of my sides, I'll just draw an arrow over here and then have a list going of what I need to get done. But all these weeks are tabbed here on the side, so you can quickly reference whichever month you need to get to. Kind of flip through to it, open it up, and you're good to go. The week's journal itself does come with a couple of bookmarks. With these, I'll usually have it in whichever week that I'm in, and then one either in that monthly section, so I can have a really quick overview of my month, or in the back notes section. So as we see here, we'll go through all the weeks. And then this one is the Mega, so we are welcomed to this notes section. And you can see here, it's practically another notebook, all of just 3.5 millimeter gridded blank pages that you can do whatever you want with. It's a ton of room. Because this is Tomoe River paper, it's really thin, and so it packs a lot of pages in for the size. Once we are done with that notes section, we're going to have some useful information, all in Japanese though, but still kind of fun to page through. A My 100 list, which I love using. I'll usually write down my favorite kind of books and movies, TV shows, meals I've had down in here. And so that way at the end of the year, I can go back and reference it and see what kind of my favorites were. You can do whatever you'd like with it, but it's just kind of a neat place that's different and sectioned off from the notebook where you can use to make some lists. And that's pretty much it. A lot of conversion charts. Again, if you can read Japanese, this back section is a lot more useful. However, we're still waiting for them to make an English version of this. So that's the Hobonichi Weeks. It's a great everyday journal, really compact in size. You can plan out everything you need to in here. You can use it for more specialized tasks. I know some people use this as a meal planner just because there is a little less room in there. And so it's perfect for just kind of writing down what you're having for breakfast, lunch, dinner. Great way to track kind of the big major events happening in your life. Some people like those some lines a day journals. This pretty much serves that. It's just got a little section where you can make a little note about what happened during the day. Really let your imagination run wild with it. It's a great format, great quality. Go check them out, andersonpens.com.